Hi, my name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to another episode of SkipperWing Draws a Thing, where I, the eponymous SkipperWing, draw a thing. Today's thing, my sometimes annual holiday card, which I really need to make a better habit of doing. If you'd like a version of this video without the audio commentary, don't forget to check out the links in the description below, the cards above, or the annotations when they appear on screen at the end of this video. Or just click on my face. There should be an annotation here. Today's music is Super Mario Sleigh Ride by the 1UPs, as uploaded to the OC Remix website. Link in the description below for download. Okay, on to today's video. To be honest, I didn't really have much of a plan to do anything this year. While 2016 didn't suck as much as it could have, I have a job that allows me to constantly expand my operation, and I got to try out a lot of new things artistically. It was still a bit of a major downer, but with all the celebrity deaths, the civilian deaths, all the political shmoolah, etc., etc., and I'm still not really in a good place to celebrate the holidays. But then I realized this Friday was the 23rd, and the holidays would be a perfect theme for the Friday video. So, heck, I might do a New Year's variant for the next week, the 30th. Not the best incentive to do an illustration, but well valuable. Take what I can get. As for the subject matter, it's the Crimson Fly! Surprise! Not really! If you browse my other social media sites, Google SkipperWing, SkipperWing, you may stumble upon some of my other Christmas card attempts featuring the character in other lights. This time, I wanted to emulate the style of Eiichiro Oda's One Piece chapter covers. What's really great about those covers is that it's almost always implied that there's some side story going on that we're just not seeing. And I wanted to emulate that sense of narrative, that the world was much bigger than what's going on at the moment, and something that you can imagine yourself immersing yourself with when not reading the main stories. So I decided to do that with the one main character I have going on right now, the Crimson Fly. What's he doing? Delivering presents, like the good little superhero imitation he is. Don't ask me how he got them or if Santa exists in this universe. Those are stories for another time. But of course, this is the Crimson Fly, so as always, there's a subversive twist. After losing his last present to a lit furnace by chucking it in and forgetting about it, the Crimson Fly naturally forgot what happened last time, remembered at the last minute, and only saved the present by the grace of authorial intent. Because that's how the Crimson Fly rolls, taking what you already know and putting a fun little twist on it. So, as for today's process, well, it's rather basic. I wanted to do a little more than what I normally do for my Crimson Fly strips, but at the same time, not go so overboard that it looks like the darkest excesses of my style. Plus, I started illustrating this way later than I should have, because I had the main idea sitting in my head and I didn't want to experiment as much. So, there wasn't as much time for playing around as I probably should have given myself. The basic inking wasn't too hard, though I did have to remember to separate all the necessary elements properly in case I needed to tweak them, and the color was where the bulk of my thought process went. That's why separation was so important, so all the individual elements could have the necessary focus. I made the Crimson Fly's outlines red, but kept the shadows black so the starkness of contrast between light and dark was kept. I also, then to play off of the holiday motif, I made the chimney a dark green, so it would contrast the Crimson Fly's red. I also threw two gradients into the mix. One blue and yellow radial gradient between the fly and the background to push him off of it, and then a red-green gradient on top of the entire thing to merge everything together. I then used the warmer colors, the red and the yellow, as focal points, and set those focal points in the fire to highlight the danger. The fire wasn't popping enough for me, so not only did I change the color outline, but I also broke my color rule to highlight the danger it presents to the fly and his present. It also made for a nice enough contrast with the signatures once that was added in, so there's that too. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this piece, enough to want to turn it into a print to sell at conventions. I wish I cared enough to start earlier and send it to my friends and family, but that's a dilemma for next year. What do you think? Would you like to see this as a print? Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for today's video. Please, if you like what you saw, please subscribe and turn on notifications to keep seeing these speed paint videos. Check me out on social media to find the finished picture, and or check out my animated webcomic, The Crimson Fly. This is Colin SkipperWing Bird signing out, and I'll catch you peeps later.